Welcome to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. This week we are going to be discussing the oncoming session of Parliament. We have the weather bulletin here, and to predict the storms ahead I have from the Congress, RPN Singh. And to find us the silver lining in the clouds, there is from the BJP, Bhartendra Singh. And we have Sankarshan Thakur, roving editor of the Telegraph, who's going to come and tell us exactly how much is going to rain or not.
Well.
So, RPN, I'm going to begin with you. The Congress seems to be on an offensive. You know, you've got the Vyapam scam, Lalit Modi. Are you going to let Parliament function?
No, see, it is extremely unfortunate that so many scams are surrounding the BJP. Be it what's happening in, be it the Lalit Gate scandal, be it the rice scandal in Chhattisgarh, be it the shocking death of 46 people in Madhya Pradesh, and finally the CBI, the Chief Minister relenting for the CBI probe to happen. But we have seen the Prime Minister give huge speeches during elections saying that there will be no corruption under his watch and he will take the strictest action. Well, so many scandals have broken all around him, and the biggest scandals since independence, I would say the Vyapam scam is turning out to be. The Prime Minister, instead of taking action, we've not even heard him. So that is something, I think Parliament is something where the Prime Minister speaks a lot outside Parliament, but 1 year has passed. We haven't heard him speaking on the real issues that haunt this country.
Bhartendra, are you worried as much as he is?
No, the Prime Minister has spoken in Parliament, and he will certainly be speaking in Parliament on these issues also. Whenever there's a demand from the opposition that the Prime Minister needs to come and address an issue, he has always come and addressed the issue and given the government's point of view. But it doesn't make sense to, to stop Parliament from functioning. I wish the Congress would play its role and, bring out whatever they have to say, but speak within the forum of the Parliament rather than stopping it. There were 35 sittings last year, the last session, and there were 18 hours, 28 minutes that were stopped by the Congress. So when you have such a huge national loss, it costs a lot of money to the taxpayer to run the Parliament. And why stop the proceedings of the Parliament? Whatever you have to say it within the forum. Let it be heard by the people using the Parliament as a platform.
My dear friend, I'd just like to add here, if I think he's forgotten when they were in opposition, all the bills that they want to run through now, these are the very same bills, be it the insurance bill, be it the GST bill. When they were in opposition, they did not let Parliament run for 3 years on issues which did not at all trouble this nation.
But if they're your bills, why are you going to oppose them now?
We're not opposing them, but the Prime Minister spoke about corruption as a big issue. People in Madhya Pradesh are dying. Journalists are dying. Young people are getting heart attacks. 27 people have been run over by trucks. Where is the Prime Minister? He can tweet about what's happening in Algeria. He can tweet about what's happening in Venezuela. He can tweet about what's happening in yoga. This is the biggest scandal. All these scandals, 36,000 crores in Chhattisgarh. His own cabinet minister is involved in one of the biggest in the Lalit Gate thing. Prime Minister, instead of taking action, has not addressed the nation. When is the Prime Minister going to talk about these issues? Or will we only hear him again when the elections start in Bihar?
Are you as worried or are you as keen for a scalp as he is?
No, listen, I'm not a great votary of disrupting Parliament. I think it is a forum where debate needs to happen. But unfortunately, it has become SOP for our political parties, has been for years and years. So I think it's a bit rich for the BJP now to say, let us talk in this forum, let us not disrupt Parliament. I mean, you have a finance minister today who famously said, in England I think, that disrupting Parliament is part of democratic opposition. I mean, how can the BJP now, suddenly having done it for years and years and years, come and say, please don't disrupt Parliament? I mean, there are issues which need to be addressed, and these are serious issues. You have a chief minister who has gone to a foreign government, given an undertaking, and said, hide it from my own government. I mean, I think that's a serious issue. You have an external affairs minister who is, according to me, in serious conflict of interest over not even involving her bureaucracy in a decision that she took over the heads of everybody in government, seemingly. I don't know who was involved, but we need these answers. And these answers need to come from the top. And sure enough, the opposition will demand these answers.
No, and sure enough, the government is going to give these answers. I'm sure the Minister of External Affairs is a very, very senior parliamentarian. and she has always addressed issues which involve a ministry and any other issue.
But she's given an explanation, it's not brought much satisfaction from anybody. Sushma Swaraj on Twitter.
There will be I know, so there will be a further explanation in Parliament, I'm sure, by the Minister, and she's always very forthcoming in the Parliament, and always has, has always spoken very, is one of the better parliamentarians in session now. So I'm sure the replies will be given, but as Shankar rightly said, it just disrupting Parliament or just saying because they did it, so we'll do it. This doesn't go anywhere.
So you condone what you did. What you did for 3 years, you didn't let Parliament work. So you think that was a good thing? So you say that all the people who did it the last 3 years and what the finance minister is saying is absolutely wrong. And this is not a part of democracy of disrupting Parliament, because that's what the finance minister...
Disrupting Parliament is a sad way of expressing.
So that means there are 3 years
but
in
if
opposition
you have
was
a
a sad
speaker,
view of the BJP.
If you have a speaker like we have today, and we always complain to her that we are not getting enough time to speak, it's the opposition that she always gives time to speak. Every time Rahul Gandhi has put in an application to speak, he's been given a chance immediately to speak.
I know it gets at least 3 ministers.
Same day.
At least it gets 3 ministers at once to reply to him, though he even raises a question in question now, 0I raises. At least you have 3 ministers replying to him.
That shows the government is responsive enough.
Yeah, but why don't they respond on the land bill? The Prime Minister has not even spoken once on the land bill in Parliament. That is something where the farmers of this country, you come from an agrarian constituency in Uttar Pradesh, like I do. Land is everything to us. The Prime Minister has not spoken in Parliament about land, has he? No, he hasn't.
This is an over-debated issue. There were a lot of good points that came up from the opposition. There were 5 points that came up from the Biju Janata Dal, and all 5 of them have been put into the bill, and it's been reformed and tabled again. But if you just make it an issue to oppose it because you're for a few more days in majority in the Rajya Sabha, we'll wait. We'll wait for the process to come and then we'll pass it again.
Does he have a right to be so optimistic about the Bihar elections?
Is it true? Rajya Sabha majority only for a few more days?
No, they got it wrong, I think. They just got it wrong. You think they can soon they got it wrong, they don't have a majority, they're right till the end of their tenure in the
no, but tell me, what are you hoping to do in this session? I mean, is this going to be walk out?
No, definitely not. We have raised issues. Have we not supported them on important issues? Did we not let the insurance bill go through? That is something, the insurance bill was tabled by us, started by us, all the bills that have been passing through. This is the same BJP. In the last 3 years of the UPA, be it the GST, be it the insurance
land
bill,
acquisition
be
bill.
the land acquisition bill, when they were in opposition, said it's the best bill. Everybody's seen that, be it Mr. Rajnath Singh ji, Sushma Swaraj ji, Arun Jaitley ji. The moment they came into power and they had to help some of the capitalists, they want to change the bill, which is very evident. But they will not speak in Parliament. They will not have the land acquisition. The Prime Minister will not speak about land acquisition. In Parliament, Prime Minister will not talk about corruption. Prime Minister will not talk about farmers and about the issues of compensation to farmers of this country in Parliament. When there's an election, we'll hear the Prime Minister making all the promises that are possible. My sense is that there seems to be a tacit support to all these people. People
same could be said of Manmohan Singh. Was Manmohan Singh giving tacit support to Pawan
Manmohan Singh
Bansal
wasn't giving tacit support. What Manmohan Singh spoke about all these things and wherever he's brought, this is the same Prime Minister who targeted Dr. Manmohan Singh ji all the time that he does not speak on these issues. And when I come, you see what I will do. Well, there he is. And he's breaking all records of keeping, unless there's some yoga thing for Maun Vrat for, I don't know how many, for a year or 2 years and all. That's something he's practicing in Parliament. Maybe he breaks that Maun Vrat this time in Parliament.
No, there is no strategy behind it. There is a procedure that has to be followed. As far as the Vyapam scam is concerned, everybody is very worried. I guess he's just waiting for the Parliament, because all these serious issues should be addressed in Parliament straight away to the parliamentarians, and there should be no twittering about it.
But moving on to legislation, which is what Parliament is all about. What about the charge that he's making that all they're doing is cut and paste of the UPA bills? And if so, then why are you guys not supporting it?
No, the insurance bill was passed because of our support.
All the bills will have to be passed.
All the bills that are being passed are because of the support of the Congress party. And these are all the bills which were hanging fire for many years in Parliament, because this very same BJP did not let them pass. Because sometimes they said we have this on trivial issues, they did not let Parliament run. So if you come to think of it, 2 MPs
held the Parliament
in Parliament. So what the BJP is saying. They did not want the Congress to get the credit. Now they want to tell the people of this country that we are the people who are going to change the economics of this country, but the Congress is not. What do they think? These people of this country are sleeping?
But
they don't know what
RPN, the
happens.
fact is that they delivered. At the end, you see who delivers. Congress was not good at delivering, and they are good at delivering.
Delivering what? Corruption?
Well, no, they delivered bills also, as you have said. Insurance bill.
Insurance bill. We did the
They're trying to deliver land acquisition.
But these, are they trying to deliver the thing, take away all the land of the farmers and deliver it to capitalists?
No,
That's what they're delivering.
When it came up in the Chief Minister's meeting, it was the Maharashtra Chief Minister, the Congress Chief Minister who had objected to the bill.
But
he said no land will be acquired, no development will be able to take place.
But the bill was passed.
No new airports will be built. There's a new airport being built now in Aligarh district.
Is it being built? Well, we have got airports in Uttar Pradesh. None of the airports have started building. Which airport has started being built?
No,
they have all taken over. They've all given ideas that these airports will be built. I'm here for 5 years. You're here for 5 years, God willing. We'll see how many airports in Uttar Pradesh are built.
But that is the difference.
But when the Congress comes back is a huge
what
date.
Priya was saying, that we deliver, you did not deliver. That is why the election is out.
Yes, I know you deliver. We have seen in the kind of scandals and the kind of skeletons that are tumbling out within 1 year. That's how you deliver.
There were many more scandals, but anyway, I don't want to get into this. But who did more scandal, and
No, but you give us a government of difference. This is the difference we're seeing. The scandals are
certainly
larger.
it is a government of difference. It is certainly a government that none of the ministers could be blamed till now. There is just one. Lalit Modi is making, offhand statements against everybody, including Priyanka and Robert.
What's he saying? He met them in a restaurant?
So that's what he...
meet them in a restaurant and giving statements in the court is different.
Precisely.
By meeting somebody in the restaurant, he bumped into a restaurant.
If he makes a statement against any public person...
He's not made statements, they're papers, they're documents. You know that. Meaning, have you not shown the documents to him? Because the whole country has seen the documents. Haven't you shown him the documents?
He's waiting for them to be authenticated.
Exactly.
Like a good politician.
Let the process take
Many
its
people
course.
have accepted that they have done it. It's not that they need to be authenticated. They have the people who have said that it is that they themselves have said it's true. But what is more important is Parliament, the issues that are there and the bills that need to be done. The Congress has always worked, be it in opposition or in government. We have always tried to make Parliament work, which is the duty of Parliament for the betterment of this country. We shall continue. We should continue to try and do that. But these are the questions that the country wants to know. If the Prime Minister is willing to take action against people who involved in all these corruption scandals, we'll definitely help the BJP as we've been doing in the last session.
That's the quid pro quo. That's the quid pro quo.
I'm not going to be in a position to blame an opposition party today, which says, give me the answers first, and then we shall go ahead with it. That has been, I'm sorry to say this, but that has been politics for the last 30 years, at least in this Parliament.
Quid pro quo,
Yeah, I mean, you come into government, you start singing another tune, you go into opposition, you start singing. So, I mean, these people have actually changed places.
That's true.
And the Congress used to be saying what he's saying now, and he's saying what the Congress used to be saying.
But I don't see you wearing a saffron kurta anytime soon.
No, that I won't be wearing.
I'm saying purely in terms of, this parliamentary musical chairs, they've just changed places. But I am not expecting Parliament to sort of assemble and then all members somberly discussing matters of state and legislation. No, that's not going to happen in this session. Not in this session.
Your wishful thinking. But one more thing before he comes in.
What is more sad is that a senior member like Ghulam Nabi Azad Sahab should say that, we will disrupt Parliament.
Okay. So that means the BJP, what they did in the last 3 years.
But what is Ghulam Nabi Azad doing? How
that doesn't justify your sad behavior.
I'm not saying justify.
This procedure is harming the taxpayer and his money.
No, as he said, last time, didn't we support the BJP in the bills? And didn't we, it was a record working in the last session because the Congress did not disrupt Parliament. And we will definitely not disrupt Parliament again as long as they give the answers that this country wants to know. We are not here to disrupt Parliament. We are here for a debate on all issues, be it corruption, action taken against corruption, and all the other important bills are going. We are not going to be disrupting Parliament, but the BJP cannot steamroll just because of the brute strength that they have in the Lok Sabha. They can pass bills without answering important questions regarding farmers, regarding corruption, regarding the other important issues of how this nation is going to be taken forward.
Well, we need to take a short break, but don't go away. As you can see, this is a very interesting discussion, so come back. The forecast for the oncoming monsoon session of Parliament. You know, something he said earlier, Sankarshan, that the scams over here are bigger than the scams in the UPA, something to that effect. Do you agree to that?
You know, this whole measurement business is, you know, you did 5, I did 7, you did this, you did that. You know, I think, you know, there has to come a stage where you just go beyond all of this, because, you know, the people are not fools. And this is to the BJP and the NDA as well. I mean, they are also watching this. You know, the stock reaction to all of what is happening now is, so what? Yes, we did it, but so what? Isme scandal kya hai? People know a scandal has happened and this is indefensible. And so, you know, whether it is parliamentary tactic or you know...
Should he sack them? What do you think?
No, the Congress...
That is for the Prime Minister to
I just like to interrupt you, sorry. You see all the things, the people who are accused in all these scandals. People lost their jobs, people went to jail.
People died.
People went to jail. People who were
you're talking about
the Congress.
Yeah, in the Congress. Chief ministers went to jail, cabinet ministers went to jail, but the BJP is saying there is no scandal. And what happens if 46 people have died? These are all natural deaths. That's a silly thing. This scandal is a silly thing. We have the law minister on record saying this is a silly thing. We have a senior Madhya Pradesh minister who ridicules the death of a journalist, a young journalist, Akshay Singh. Meaning these are the things that they are showing to the country, and this is the kind of gravity that they are showing in these kind of issues. That is what's shocking. These are the answers that need to be brought to light.
The law minister has already clarified. He did not say so. It's the headline in today's paper. And it has also, as I said, the CBI inquiry has been proposed by the Chief Minister, which is the process. So let the process take its course.
But it's the perceptions that is going wrong, no? You have so many chief ministers of yours getting involved in something. So this whole 1 year of when you said we celebrated 1 year saying we're a scandal-free government, that's what's hurting.
I'm sure they will, you know, all these clarifications will come up after getting the clear, after the chief ministers have been cleared with an inquiry. And I'm sure the Prime Minister will conduct a very quick and time-bound and a very detailed inquiry. Because we all know that he's very serious about, you know, about no scams being tolerated.
Do you not think chief ministers against whom or about whom inquiries are taking place should step down, step aside while the inquiry is...
A Supreme Court bound inquiry, that was our demand when he asked for a CBI inquiry, the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, and he must step down. We have seen how in the Vyapam scam, how the Chief Minister's office has actually scuttled this probe while it was with the STF.
Let the Parliament get into session and let the inquiry progress, you know, and we will surely, if you know, it's a very transparent government, as the Prime Minister keeps saying time and again. It's a new government. It's a government in full majority. It's a government where the Prime Minister is willing to take the responsibility of the whole party and the whole country as the elected leader. It's not a government which runs with a remote control of 10 Janpad. So there's a vast difference.
But you do have a remote control, you don't?
No, we do not. It's a very
outside the
powerful
government. What about the RSS?
So the RSS is an ideologue. We never denied our connection with them, but they take no part in the government. They take no part in, none of their members run for election. And so it's a very simple divide. They are just the they are ideological gurus.
No, now you have RSS people becoming chief ministers. So obviously there is a thing, people like from Haryana, in Haryana, we have a person who worked closely with the RSS. So now we slowly see
all
the
of us
RSS
have worked
taking
closely with the RSS. Anyway, this has been debated so often.
Yeah, but
all
anyway.
of us, including me, we've all worked very closely with the RSS. But once we are in the BJP, then we are political workers. And we are distanced from the RSS.
Okay, then you have no ideology, what you've been taught in the RSS.
We carry our ideology, but we are political workers. We have a political function, while the RSS has a purely ideological functioning.
Which you implement.
We would like to implement.
No, you always try. No, okay,
yes,
that's why we have it on record now. What RSS ideology is being implemented by, that is the function of the BJP.
But we would like to. We are taking it in through the democratic process.
Okay.
The BJP has never denied its ideological its ideological
Moorings.
morals to as Hindutva.
Okay, finally, Sankarshan, Bihar elections, how much will that loom over the parliament session? Will they be posturing? Will they be joking?
Listen, everyone has one eye riveted there. I can't, you know, whether it's the two main competing parties, yes, but their respective allies as well. So, and Bihar is going to be a sort of a bellwether kind of election. It is going to send signals out, depending on who wins, who loses. Either this government gets strengthened, recovers from the reverses that it is now suffering, or the dice tumbles even more quickly for this government if they happen to lose Bihar or are not able to grab power in Bihar. I mean, the BJP has never been in power in Bihar on its own. So it's a big election, and I think some of what happens in Parliament will be shadow boxing for the battle in October.
Election.
Yeah, it will be.
Final word from you, RPN. Will you let the GST bill? Are there some bills where you say, you know, let's because the argument is focus on development, focus on governance. All these can be sorted out.
Parliament is answerable for everything that happens in this country. It's not saying that we want the answers, and we want the Prime Minister to use Parliament as a forum of debate. We don't want to hear his debates outside the country, outside Parliament. He has to take hold of. He has brute strength in the Lok Sabha.
But you have the Rajya Sabha.
No, we don't have brute strength there. We need
but you have
allies.
Upper
But
hand.
what I'm saying is he cannot steamroll Parliament without bringing all his views and the kind of strategy where he wants to take this country in Parliament, be it any of these things. And the questions that are being asked by the country have to also be answered in Parliament. We are not here to disrupt Parliament. We are here to raise the issues and action. That is what Parliament is meant for.
Sounds mature.
Yes, I hope so. I hope that it carries on that way. We've had the maximum sittings in a budget session, 35, which has been the best working Parliament in the last 5 years. And we hope to continue the work. And certainly all these issues are of importance, and the country is worried about them. And I agree with RPN that people want to hear the PM, and the Prime Minister will certainly be speaking. We have heard him speak in the Parliament in the last session, and he will be speaking again.
Okay, quickly, before they disagree, we're going to end on this note of agreement. But that's all from us this week. Thank you for watching this roundtable. We'll see you again, same time next week.